Getting a sneak peek into the most anticipated games is a gamer's delight. We cherish any morsels of information about upcoming releases, whether those are leaks that Bioshock 4 will be open world or rumblings of The Last of Us factions. But sometimes the best way to get our blood pumping is with some good old fashioned gameplay. Except, maybe it isn't. Across the years there's been a growing distrust between developers and gamers as what we are shown and what we get can and often are two vastly different things. Well, after years of lies, deception, or just lofty ambitions, along with the return of E3 this summer, we thought it was about time that we take a look at some of the best gaming reviews to discuss just how well their first impressions held up. Welcome to Retroactive Reviews.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Retroactive Reviews. I am joined once again by Aaron.
Hello, Kyle. Excited for today?
You're excited as we're tackling on another famous launch trailer. We are tackling the initial reveal of Watch Dogs.
Yeah, this is a big PS4 boy. I think this was like early days for the PlayStation 4, was it not?
Well, this trailer is from 2012, I think it's from.
Oh, yeah, that's like
crazy.
Before the PlayStation 4 was even revealed, I think.
Yeah, which we won't spoil it, but this is one of the most famous examples of, I guess, mismarketing.
A graphical downgrade.
Yes, it was a hot discussion point, but no point talking about it without watching it, so let's get this started.
Yeah.
Peggy
Classic Peggy 18.
I love a Peggy 18.
There you go, 2012. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's an old one. I didn't realise how old this was.
It's mental.
Explanations for the 720p resolution then.
Yeah, literally I was like, there's got to be a 1080p. There is not a 1080p. It was a dark day.
Couldn't count that high in 2012.
Me and you famously, the world knows, me and you absolutely tore apart Watch Dogs Legion.
Yeah.
The first time we ever spoke, so we've come full circle.
Yeah, I don't know if I was really all that hyped up for this. I did actually buy it when it first came out. Did you?
Mm-hmm. It came with my PlayStation 4 as part of the bundle. I think
Yeah.
I got The Last of Us, Minecraft, FIFA, and this. It's a pretty good bundle. I'll get out of the way. I did not like this game.
No.
No, so boring.
I found it. I thought it was like incredibly.
and expose you to
Yeah, it was quite dour. It was just a bit lifeless, to be honest, which I think is something they fixed massively in the next game. Oh, here we go. This is it. This is it. This is it.
God,
There's the money
look
shot
at
right
that.
there. Oh, it's
That
the
is
gust
not
of
a
wind. It's the
PS4
gust of
game.
wind. Yes.
Like, genuinely, this, I don't know if I'm being hyperbolic, looks like PS5 footage. Apart from obviously 720p, but...
Yeah. Just imagine we'll fill in the rest of the pixels with our mind.
Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah, it's I remember, like, I live for stupid little details, like, see all this, like, the swinging of his jacket, the trees are blowing in the wind, and the smoke coming out of the grates. I love all those wee details. I'm also, I don't know about you, but, like, I love it when they get, see, like, animation of walking.
Yeah.
I love it when they get that right.
I think that's, maybe I've been a bit hyperbolic in PS5, but, like, if I'm thinking about it, we didn't really reach this kind of fidelity with animations and like the stuff you're talking about, like walking animations. It's, I'm thinking Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, like,
I think when we saw really intense detail like this, like, the way you'd get covered in mud, the way you'd walk different in the mud, and stuff like that. So to suggest this was going to happen in 2013 is insane.
Yeah, and see, this is the thing that actually, despite the graphical stuff, I suppose the thing that really excited me the most about this is what they were trying to allude to with the features of your hacking abilities. I mean, look at this. Look at these smoke effects here.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's not in the game. But yeah, I really like the idea of this kind of like semi-futuristic world. I don't know. I just found it really dull when it came out. It just didn't really do any of those things for me. And there's stuff that we'll see in the rest of this video coming up. But one thing I do like about the Watch Dogs games, and I don't think they've really shown it here yet actually, is like the whole look at someone and it'll tell you like what they do and what they search and how much they get their bank account.
I think it might come up, or it might come up again in a second tier. But I mean, even just, I don't know, we'll see a bit more of it when the gameplay comes into effect, but just the I think, like you said, I mean, I know it's famous this protagonist was incredibly dull, which they kind of rectified with Watch Dogs 2, and then weirdly went back. I mean, Watch Dogs Legion was a weird game.
Yeah. I've actually completely forgotten about Watch Dogs Legion.
Yeah, multiplayer still coming.
Is it not out? Did it not just come out?
I don't know.
I think it was supposed to launch like last month and then get delayed on maybe PCs or something.
Watch Dogs Legion was a strange game. Very strange game.
45 hours in that game.
In Legion?
Yeah.
What?
I wasn't too far from a platinum, I'm not gonna lie. I just get a bit bored doing the collectibles.
Yeah, I think I did about 12, 15, did the story and then moved on. I think with Watch Dogs, I gave it so many chances. I kept going back to it, or maybe I just didn't get it, because I had a friend who loved this and he said it was better than GTA 5 and still says it's better than GTA 5, which
okay, bro.
that's absolute garbage. It's nonsense. But it's just, and I think it will come up here, it's in this gameplay in particular, it made it seem that the hacking was going to be very, you had to think on your feet. It's like, the game's not going to give you like, it's not going to tell you how to hack. When the game came out, it was just look at something, press L1, look at something else, press L1, and it was all very just,
I think
it was all just very Ubisoft, innit?
They're just, I think as well, they're just trying to give off the impression of like a really dark, serious story.
Yeah.
And what was it that happened at the beginning? Did his kids, like his kid and his wife get killed or something like that?
No, I don't even know if they get killed. I can't remember. I remember the start of the game, you're in like a stadium, and that was quite a cool sequence, and you do like the blackout.
Oh, there we go.
And then you go visit your wife and kids who you've separated from. And do they die?
There, did you see that? 42 grand for a journalist. I want to know how to get that job.
That was one of the good things about Legion, wasn't it? It just made shit up, and it was like some 90-year-old granny.
It was like video game streamer, 90k.
Yeah. But okay, so here you go. This is what you were talking about, the stalking somebody.
So like, I just never felt like this. See if well, what they did actually, I can't remember if it was in this game or the second, but there was that mode, that online mode, where it's like someone was trying to hack you, but you just didn't know when.
Yeah, I think that was in the second
like
one,
where
but
they
it might have
were.
been in the first one as well.
But like, those are elements I would have really liked to have seen in the main game. Oh, violence probability. Don't think that was in it.
These animations and stuff were in it, I think.
Yeah.
But
I actually quite
that-
liked some
yeah.
of the execution animations from Watch Dogs Legion.
yeah. I mean, that's like the Legion trailer had like that whole John Wick sequence, if
Yeah.
you remember, and it was literally music from John Wick. I never, ever had a moment in Legion where I felt like John Wick, maybe like one jick, I felt like, but absolutely ridiculous, man. And I don't know I don't know if I missed it in the game or something, but it, was like, it looked so choreographed.
Yeah. I like that.
Look at the lighting.
I know, the lighting and the water. I think you can actually play this now where it looks okay.
That generally
The
looked like
control
ray
train,
tracing.
I don't remember. I don't remember having that. And I know you can get the traffic lights, but see, it's like control.
Nighttime did not look like this, and not see that, like the traffic just stopped when you did that. It was never like,
You get the odd one
like,
that like
that
runs
shit's
past.
cool.
Like there's an NPC
Yeah.
like interacting with someone that's just
oh
been in a
my
car chase,
god,
You know what?
that's insane.
You know what I did actually quite like, and we're about to see here, is the gunplay. Well, I think remember that happening.
That was not in the game.
Yeah. But it was like, I remember the gunplay was actually pretty decent in the first one. Like the animation of the guns and such was actually pretty cool. But I don't think you ever really got anything like this.
I don't know,
Too
it was
much.
the same with Legion. I remember when I watched the trailer for Legion, I was like, oh, this looks sick, this is what I wanted to watch, and you're playing it and it just feels like the most generic third person shooter ever. It just doesn't feel, but look at this. I can't go over the animations you keep bringing up, like it is so, it's quite egregious how much of a lie that is.
Yeah. Oh. Snapshot.
Oh, look at that.
Oh!
Come on.
I think you could do that in the game. I think you
I've
could
not
slide
played
across
it
the
in long
bonnets.
enough. I will give them credit, whoever directed this choreographed sequence, fair play.
Oh no, honestly.
Oh my god.
You know,
All comes at the end, like directed by Christopher Nolan.
I want to like, this was what I would love to do. See me be the people and the team behind these. I would just love that because I just adore. Wait, what's happening here? Is he saving somebody? Oh no, he's
definitely not.
no. absolutely
Somebody's bumped
raging.
his taxi.
Joseph DeMarco.
He is.
This is
Mac
suicide.
DeMarco.
You understand that?
Better fix your specs,
You
mate.
kill me, and you'll open a door you'll never close.
You know what?
He's coming back, isn't he? Into
What?
the next one.
Oh, thank God.
No, sorry, not the next one. In the DLC for Legion.
No.
I think we said this when we talked
brutal.
about Legion. Like, I'm just so worried about Beyond Good and Evil 2.
I've
I
got
just
literally
don't
no
think.
idea what any of
I
that
just
stuff
don't
is.
think. Yes, I just don't think Ubisoft has the capability to make a game that isn't the typical. They're all the same.
This looks pretty cool. See, like, this
You're
is
gonna end
making
up
me
playing
wish.
this.
I know. This is like, it makes me wish like they'd done a bit more like this. Like, I like the vibes it's giving off. Like, if you're dark and moody, like, you know, like when he's pulling that guy out the car and it's like his wife's dead inside or whatever. Wow.
Well, I suggest I think I brought them up last week. Go watch the Croby Cat Watch Dogs video.
Croby. Is that the one where it's
sick.
like a true next gen experience? It's just like the
Yeah,
guy like
it's
jumping
just-
in front of the trains and they
Aye.
stop dead and all that.
That'll give you a true indicator of
Everything is connected.
everything.
Connecting is power. What?
Wowie woo wah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yo.
it's a cool trailer. It's just, I think I often wonder about these things when it comes to like next gen launch titles. Did that come out in PS3? I think
No, I don't think so. I
Did
think
it
it was
not?
just
Was it
PS4.
because I just
And
seem
Xbox.
I think. Do you ever wonder if it's like the lofty ambitions of being like a kind of launch title where you come up to that and you'd be like, oh, I hear, you know, we're working with Sony and Sony are saying we're going to be able to do all of these things with the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One, and then it's just like come to the reality of it and you just can't do it. Do you
Yeah.
think that's
don't
maybe
know
the
what the
case with a game like that?
Yeah, that's right. I don't know where the fault lies here.
Because obviously,
Actually,
like they want
I
their
think you're
games
right.
to
Sorry,
look
it
as
did
good
come
as
out on
possible.
Xbox 360 apparently.
Yeah, I was wondering if it maybe did. I didn't know if there was as much of a backwards compatibility thing, like as in like shared across generations as we are getting now, because it was quite a jump from the you know, like the PS4 to 5 is really just like loading screens. Obviously, a lot of graphical
3
stuff.
to
but it's
4
made-
was a lot of a jump.
Aye, 3 to 4 is like a big graphical jump, and I just don't think a lot of it was possible between them. But yeah, this game was like watching that trailer. That's the first time I've watched it in ages. Like it, I like the idea of this like moody, dark, open world game, but like it just, you know, him sitting there with his baseball cap on, his trench coat flapping in the wind, rain, oh like going all over the place. But it just didn't really do that, and like I think that was the problem. Like, see there, you see that, and it looks like it has like the sense of like setting. You know, it feels like it's in like set. I think it's Chicago, the first one set in, and that's something they done really well with the second game, although a completely different vibe, where it's just like sunny San Francisco, and I really enjoyed that. And that is the big problem with Legion, was just like it just doesn't feel like it's set anywhere.
It doesn't
really.
feel like London at all.
Yeah. So
Alright, governor. Apart from everyone sounding like that.
yeah, the voices were ridiculous because of the whole like what it plays anyone, whatever it was they done, the technology behind it. You'd always just end up with someone that had a voice that really did not suit anything than what they looked like. But I know it's great, absolutely great. So yeah, this was a bit of a like, I don't know if I was ever like super hyped for it, so I wasn't as burned to say something like No Man's Sky, which we talked about before, but it was one that a lot of like comparison videos were coming out. I think Video Game Donkey as well, he done like a big slagging of it as well, no doubt. But yeah, there was a lot of like, here's what they said it was going to be, here's what it actually is, which is a very like bland, probably like a 5 out of 10 game.
Yeah, definitely. I think just to round up my thoughts is, I know you love these types of trailers, but I think for me, for these type of games, and I think Ubisoft have gotten better at it. I'm pretty sure Valhalla had a similar trailer. It's the Rockstar model of, this is what our features of the game are. You know what I mean? Like, we talked about this on the podcast. GC's like, you can do this, you can do that, and you can do this. And a part of me prefers that, because it's like, okay, I know what the game is, whereas this is just like, what is this? Like, what do you do between these cinematic events? Do you just kick about, and it turns out you just, I don't know, you just drive about and that's it.
Yeah.
But it's called, you know, classic, which is the problem a lot of people have with Ubisoft games, but the Ubisoft games sell really, really well.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would they stop doing it? The formula's, they're getting decent reviews, you know, although I wasn't a fan of Legion, I'm pretty sure the reviews were like 7s, something like that, which I think
Immortals
for them
Phoenix
is probably good
Rising
enough.
as well. It was pretty
Exactly.
well reviewed.
Yeah, I think Ubisoft are just happy with like the 7 to 8 range of game. So I mean, it's like that with other games like Far Cry 5. I was like, yeah, this is a solid game, but it just really forgettable after a while.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I wonder if they'll mix it up with the next one. 6.
No, they won't. It's gonna be the same.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, that was another Retroactive Reviews. Thank you for joining us, everybody. We'll be back once again next week. Can't promise, I know it's every week. It might be Connect, it might not be. You just
Where you at, Milo?
Wait and see. Milo, we are coming for you. You aren't getting away with this, Peter Molyneux. Your time has come. We'll get you on the episode to chat a bit about it. But be sure to like and subscribe so you're notified when the new video comes out, and be sure to check out all the other content here on the YouTube channel. Bye bye.
See ya.